Welcome to Make Do with Mrs. Murphy. Thanks for stopping by. On today's segment, we're going to be looking at eyes. All the variety of choices that you have, different potential for different looks to the monkeys, and just focusing in on some different ways to approach it, and hope that informs you for your practice. So friends, I realize that with all the choices that there are, it can feel overwhelming at times. And so I'm going to break these down into smaller subgroups, grouping them into one eyes, two eyes, using the prints for the eyes, using strange other things for the eyes, so that to try to make it more helpful for you to understand and find what's right for you. You really want to connect to your monkey and what your monkey needs. These monkeys all have two eyes, and the two eyes match each other. So this one, they're hand-painted buttons, I think from the 1960s, from a button collection that I got to look through. These ones have anchors on them, and I turned the anchor upside down because I liked how that made it look like the pupils. Here they're very reflective, but again, all these three came from someone's button collection. My mother let me look through her button collection from Germany in the 60s is where those came from. And then we have buttons that you would find at the craft store today, are also beautiful buttons. And so this one is 2 layers. There's a sparkly button underneath for a nice subtle lift there. And then this one is the flower shape for button eyes. So all these monkeys also have 2 eyes, but these 2 eyes are a little different from each other in each of these cases. This one, again with vintage buttons, these are resin with a dried flower captured inside, and we have a blue and an orange. I just really liked how that went. Also, the eyes don't have to be lined up to each other. They can be a little wonky. Sometimes that happens in your work. Here again, they're just a little off from alignment to each other, but as well, they're slightly different patterns. I just really liked that in that monkey. And here this one, and they're opposites to each other, and then one up, one down. I just thought that was a really fun look for those eyes. And on this one, there's slight difference. This one has a second layer of an outline to the flower that this one doesn't have. They're also in slightly different positions. Just gives a different look to it. So in this case, Randall has 2 eyes, but he has 2 very special eyes, and they're ornaments that came from the Visionary Art Museum. Has a delightful gift shop, and they have these ornaments there that I sewed on with the thin thread to attach these eyes for Randall. So they're delightful. And then this monkey has 10 eyes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's the only 10-eyed monkey that I've made, but that was really lots of fun. In this case, all the monkeys have 1 eye, and for Sassy here, we wanted her eye, her pupil, to match a print on her arm, so we have the ladybug button, and then she desperately needed this, like, lots of eyeshadow. So this is actually 2 buttons layered together to give her the look that she was asking for. This one eye is actually a button that you would pin on your shirt. It says Think Good Thoughts. Just contemplating using this, and that's nice because it's a temporary thing. You could change your mind and then change the eye on that one if you're going to use a button, the pin for an eye. And then these 2 are both single eyes that have been stitched on, and then they also have yarn stitching for to emphasize like eyelashes and give the monkey expression on its face. These creatures have the print is their eye in this case. This one, I love the pattern on it with the scissors, and just kind of stopped and couldn't figure out, I didn't want to cover up the scissors, but now it's really interesting because this was one that I made a year ago and it has gone no further than this. It's being obstinate with its arms crossed here, and just has scissors for the eyes. So this one has scissor eyes. And then this one from around the same time that I made had chicken and waffles are the designs on these socks, and they really just were placed so perfectly that I couldn't see covering that up with a button. So it really just, that one's chicken and waffles, and those are the eyes. And for this one, literally eyes were printed on the sock. This was a sock where this was the heel of the sock, and so I stuffed some in there, but that the eyes were just already printed and perfect, so they just went in that place. And for this one, the ladybug was right over the eyes, and I added a few extra stitches to make some more eyelashes there. But that print, again, so perfect that sometimes the print on the sock is ready to just be the eyes already. So friends, we hope you enjoyed this episode about eyes and all that variety of information and choices that you have. Hope you have fun with making those choices and sewing your sock monkey. Thank you for your comments and your likes. We certainly enjoy reading those and appreciate your support. Thank you so much.